In today's episode, Jane and I are going to be talking about how she has been on a journey of collecting trash and elevating it into what I have come to call little time capsules. I think it's going to be so exciting for Jane to be able to pull out her journals a few years from now and look at how things have changed, how cultures have changed, how her packaging has changed. And this whole idea has excited me so much. So it's going to be a really exciting episode to be able to listen to. Jane's also going to talk us through how she has been able to allow herself to be open to making mistakes in her journal as she learns to find her creative voice and to cultivate this idea of a habit of just sitting down, even if it is 5 minutes, sitting down and collecting things around her and putting them into her planner and just organically allowing her journals to evolve as she is living, traveling, and creating. So let's get into it.
Gotta get messy and show the world you growing as an artist. And you're free to be yourself. You got a dream, you need to start it. Stick together. Get Messy says you're formally invited to a community where you can find people that spark the feel of excitement. Too many art supplies, not enough time. No, it's tougher, so you must find a way to feel some connection. We got a lot of people with the same kind, a great mind. We here for you, a platform so we can hear your views. Time's yours, forget chores. I know you bored of them same rules.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Get Messy podcast episode. Today, we are talking to Jane Lee, and I am so excited to dive into her multifaceted life. So, Jane, do you want to say hello to everybody listening and watching today and tell us a little bit about yourself?
Hi, everyone. My name is Jane, or Jane the Crazy, not Janet. I'm a wedding photographer, and when I'm not shooting wedding, I also make journals, content on YouTube and on my social media, Instagram. And I'm actually from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, where imagine Thailand. So we're very near to each other, and we have like all year summer.
Are you based there currently? Is that where
Yes, I am based in KL, but I do get clients like if they would require me to travel, I would love to go anywhere they want me to.
Oh, I love that. So my first question is, why Jane the Crazy? Where does that come from?
Okay. I wanted to create something that pops, like something that actually put a huge what do you call it, like a surprise. Like they will ask like every time if someone asks what is my handle, it's like Jane the Crazy. It's like, oh, why crazy? So they would it would prompt them, it would shock them a little bit. It's like, why crazy? But then crazy is like, I think it's kind of like a reminder for myself as well. Like whatever you want to do something, you need to be very curious about it. You need to be very hungry about it. Yeah. You need to chase for it. You need to be crazy about it. So it just makes me keep going on and on.
Yeah.
Which is why Jane the Crazy.
I love that. Yes, it is creative, right? And it's unexpected, right? As you say, like when you say the crazy, everybody's like, what? Why? Like, where does that come from? And it gets them thinking too. So it's good. That's awesome.
Yeah, but a lot of people think it's Janet. So, but it's fine. At least they still remember
But
the
how?
spelling.
How would you even get to Janet? That's crazy.
Like, I don't know.
Oh. Well, I love that every time I've ever heard you introduce yourself, you're like, it's Jane the Crazy, not Janet. So it's obviously a real thing.
Yes, it's like a slogan already. So it has become like an introduction on every my YouTube videos.
Yeah.
Like, hello, Jane, not Janet or Jeanette.
Okay, so you just sort of briefly touched on if someone wants you to travel, you'll do that. I think when I think of you, I think of travel immediately. Like you are always going somewhere, coming back from somewhere. Where did your love for travel start?
Wow. You know what? When I was younger, I don't really travel. But ever since I got to meet my husband, so he's the one been taking me to places. So and then ever since he is working, and so back then I'm not even a photographer yet. So I get to travel with him. So when he's tied with his job, then I became a wedding photographer, which actually allows me to travel. So I travel more than him right now. So at the same time, I think because also art journaling actually became like a thing where I actually need to just record my journey wherever I am or anywhere that I go. I would like to just collect like scraps from that specific place. That's how it all started, where I start putting pictures, or I love to take pictures, so I always like print pictures from that place and paste them on pages, and I share it to the world, and everyone seems to like it. Yeah, it's nice that it's also very, very, very grateful to be able to meet clients who actually bring me to these places. If not, my book wouldn't be that thick with all this trash.
So do you plan a trip and then book wedding events around that, or do you have a wedding event and you travel around the wedding event?
Usually I would love to, I'll get the job done first, and then I would extend my travel. And I would go places before I come back, because it's so far. Like if I were to go to London or anywhere in Europe, because it's like more than 10 hours flight. So why not like just go a big, huge? Sometimes I get different clients at different places.
Okay, yeah, that helps. I'm sure that helps if you can book a few in the same place at the same time. How did you get into this travel photography for weddings? That is just so unique that you can have a wedding photographer that's going to go across the world for you.
How do I don't know, they just asked me for it.
Oh wow.
Well, no, but I do announce, like let's say I'm heading to this place and someone wants to go there, so I would arrange my time to go all together. Like I'll make sure the calendar, like the schedule doesn't just make sure everything goes so that I could travel at the same time. Yeah.
Okay. So you have to be open and flexible to being able to, it's like two worlds sort of colliding. You go, okay, I'd like to go there, so I can put it out in the world. I'm going here if you would like me to photograph your wedding. Or a client says, we're going to be here, can you come? And then you sort of bring everything together at the same time.
Yes, it's thankfully I'm married, so I do not have kids with me. So I get to go when I want to. I will schedule based on their calendar, and then of course of the location and the flights. Yeah, talk about flights. If I were get to like use different flight, there'll be more stickers to collect. like different
Yes.
flight, like flight tickets and flight, I don't know call that,
Yeah.
the luggage thing.
Yes, exactly. All the different little tickets and receipts and stubs and things that
Yes.
come with traveling.
Yes. Sometimes I would like purposely like make sure, okay, I need to go this airline because I've never been on before. And
Oh, I love that. That is so cool. It's such a fun way of being able to keep your creative energy going, right? Is to make travel part of the whole experience. Like, as you say, book a different airline so that you can gather new stickers, or find a layover so that you can stop in a new place that you wouldn't have if you had a direct flight. It's so interesting how you
Yeah.
can look at just such a small aspect and make it such a creative experience.
Yes, as well as even like train journey, just to have a different experience. It's nice.
Yeah.
It's very nice.
Oh, that is
I think-
exciting.
Yeah, it's I think because I'm also like, if you like adventures, random stuff, like as long as internet, like make sure I won't get lost. and
Yes.
stuff. Like, yeah, and it has to be safe. Like if there's internet, like okay. But I'm usually like traveling alone, so yeah, I would like purposely make my journey longer just to collect stuff in my journal.
I love that. So, your sense of adventure, did you grow up like that? Were you an adventurous child, or is this something that you've developed as you've developed your confidence in travel?
Yeah, yes, it is. I used to. I'm a stay-home kind of person, but I think because of photography as well, because I wanted to take different, like experiment different kind of photos and weather, and because look, we have like all year summer here, so when in Europe or other countries they have cold and different kind of temperature, and even the sun and sunset, sunrise just looks very different. So to me, it's very fresh. And yeah, so I've developed like all these things that I wanted to do that I did not able to do when I was younger. So I wanted to do it like right now if I can. Because when I'm older, maybe I couldn't do all these things. So why not just appreciating what you have right now, and also documenting everything in the journal.
Yeah, I love that. When we started talking, I was saying to you, I love how you've got all these different facets in your creative life. You've got your photography, you've got your travel journaling, and then you've got travel, which I feel in itself is a whole creative endeavor of its own. And you've been able to bring them together so beautifully. A lot of people feel that they need to have a niche, right? A creative, like one avenue that they're going down. How have you been able to so freely and creatively bring it all together as part of who Jane is?
Wow. I don't know. I just share it, like whatever I experience or what I see, I'll just share it online if I can, like from my view, so that I really didn't know. But then sometimes like some people, they are afraid to share all these things. But I'm okay, because I wanted to let them know, like others, to feel like this is how I feel. Like I wanted to kind of like making a connection. How do I say it? How do I say this?
Well, I mean, when you said connection, that's immediately what I think is like the way you share. It feels as though it's coming from deep joy within you, right? It's just when I go and look at your photos and your journal pages, and there's just so much joy and life and vibrancy in what you're sharing. Like you can just see that you are enjoying every moment of what you're
so
doing.
Good at this. You're so good at this thing. Yes. I think I'm a very quiet person, so I observe a lot. So, but I bring that in my photos or in my journal. But like, let's say, I like to take people who are laughing,
Yes.
maybe crying. So there's a lot of huge emotion in just one photo. So in journal, back in journal, like if you look at me, my image is very normal. But if you look at my journal, it's full of colors, textures, different medias and papers and scraps. So that is how I think I put my emotion on paper and photographs. So when you want to ask me, like, I really don't know how to say it. Maybe look at my photo. Look at my photos.
Yeah. It's amazing because it is so multifaceted. Your photos are like, as you said, deeply emotional and so crisp, and like they capture these intense moments so beautifully. And then your journal is fun and it's got color and layers and textures and like messy words and all these beautiful doodles and cartoons, and so
cartoons.
It's fascinating to see how what I'm thinking is, if somebody had just a photography page, right, it would just be clean photos. You wouldn't know any other aspect of their personality because it's just those photos. Or if they were just travel, if their page was just travel, you'd just be seeing photos of sunsets and trains and, but you've been able to so openly express all parts of you, which I think makes it so exciting to be able to go and dig into what you're doing, because you are just showing that it's good to have all of these parts of you out in the world, because I can relate to you more because I can see all these different parts of you. You're not just photos or just airplanes. There's so much more to you, which I think is just so exciting.
Wow, that's so good. Yes. You just said everything.
So I saw recently on your Instagram you were tracking your planking, like a planking challenge or something.
Oh my God. Yeah. I was trying to do like daily plank for a minute every day. So
did it go well?
Yeah, I've been doing it every day. I'm so tired, and not only planking, I'm working out a lot, like every day. So today is like the 8 days.
I love that you're documenting it. It's just been so much fun to see, and it gives an idea of how your journal can be something so personal, right? It's like looking back one day and seeing how you started documenting this challenge and how you progressed. I think it's a beautiful way to keep memories.
I tend to do that. Like always documenting and remembering what I did. Like just so afraid that I would forget someday. Yeah,
that's really special. So what are some of your most favorite things that you have documented? I know this is a tough one. What are the most, like, if you think top highlights of things that you have, or everyday kind of things that you have documented in your journal?
Oh my God. This is really a tough question. Everything is, all of them are so nice. Even travel journal is nice. My daily life. What is the most special? They're all nice. They're all special. It's just that sometimes, like, if I get to collect free stuff, and if I am able to make use of this free scrap into something even more memorable, it's even more nice, fun.
Yes.
How do I say it? But all of them, they're all special. Yeah. But
it's like asking you to choose a favorite child, right?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, sorry, you were saying it surprises you?
Yeah, it surprises me, like when you actually like not expecting too much, but still try to make something out of it. And yeah, it will actually surprise us, like how much you can do when you're really into it. Like, yeah, it's just to not put so much expectation on yourself.
Yes. Yeah. How did you, when you started, were you very tight and restrictive in how you started your travel journaling, or has it always been somewhere where you go to have fun and play? Or has that been a journey to develop this sense of freedom?
Definitely a journey. Back then I was very all about perfection, and it has to be like nicely lined or a nice sticker. Like it has to be like in a proper way. But the more I do, I find it if I just kind of let go and not to compare, especially people's work, so that I slowly start to learn, like, it's the same as my photography. If it's this perfect, I felt like I couldn't go to the next stage. Like, just because you couldn't let go of this perfection thing because you want it to look good. But I've learned to let go along the way right now, and yes, develop into who I am right now. Like it made me to just see further away. Do you know what I mean? Am I making sense?
I do. You're making absolute sense. I understand exactly what you're saying. Yes. Yeah. And I think that only comes through, like you're saying, making a lot, right? If you have the freedom to be like, well, I mean, tomorrow is another day, I can try another page, and just experimenting. Like you're always open to this idea of play and experimenting, and it's so fun to watch how you just go, well, let's try this, right? And I think if you have got like, I'm only going to do 10 pages this year, there's pressure to like make those 10 count. Whereas if it's like, oh, if I don't like it, I'll just turn the page, or I'll just put more paint over it, or stick something else over it. It loses that preciousness and that tightness of trying to make this thing perfect.
Yes, and all that error, like mistakes, actually taught me even more. Like you will know, like, oh, I shouldn't use this color, so next time I wouldn't use it. I mean, you need to learn to make mistakes to get to who you are. Yeah.
Oh, I love that. You need to learn to make mistakes. Absolutely. That's beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to write this down first because it's so good. I need to remember it. Okay, so you were talking earlier that you have got a YouTube series that you're working on, which is, do you want to tell us?
So I have not been updating a YouTube video, but currently I'm working on a video about my trip to Japan. So Japan, there's this culture where they would have souvenir stamps everywhere in a lot of tourist area or main area. It's free.
Is it paper stamps or rubber stamps?
It's just rubber stamps. Imagine, wow. I have stamps everywhere right now. It's just stamps. So in Japan, they have, let's say, train stations. So they have different stamps designed in every train station. According to some of them have different kind of stamps depending on the seasons as well. They would change it. So it's a culture to them where they would, I think they respect their artwork or they respect their culture. So, and the stamp details are very, very beautiful. So when I was traveling in Japan, I get to collect a lot of stamps, not just in train station, but in rest stop along the highway, expressway, in unexpected places. So my travel journal, I brought a travel journal just for Japan. So when you see inside, there's a lot of different kind of unique stamps that I've collected. So I'll be making a video about that. This is not a planned trip. I did not know that there's gonna be stamp at the highway station. Um, it was totally unplanned. So the whole trip is that I remember, because this is unplanned. So I remember I kept prompting my husband, because he's the one who's been driving. We were at Hokkaido. So I kept on prompting him to stop the car. I need to collect a stamp. And he would be like, really? Are we stopping here again? Yeah, what if they have like a different designs? Like I need to get a souvenir stamp. So they call it souvenir stamp. Or I think there's a different word for it. So what I'm saying is just one of the small, there's this other kind of stamp design. I don't know how to say this. That's Japan it's amazing. They have all this, they really treasure their art culture where they would create all this thing for tourists to collect.
It's amazing.
So, yeah.
So it became a trip of discovery. I'm like thinking, like in my head, I'm seeing a little video game and you're trying to collect like Easter eggs. You're collecting stamps. As you're traveling, you're like, no, let's see how many stamps we can get.
Yes, it's like a check-in. Like we
Yes.
need to check in. Yeah.
Oh, I love that. That is amazing. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm going to have to travel somewhere. Sooner or later, I'm going to have to like get my flying wings. You know, I'm going to have to make a plan.
You should.
Oh, okay. I love that. So how long were you in Japan for?
That trip was, I think, about maybe around 2 weeks.
Okay. And
Yeah,
how many
2 weeks.
stamps did you get?
Oh gosh, I think, I don't know, I forgot about it. Maybe 80 something,
Oh, wow.
80 over designs. I don't remember. I need to count it. Yeah, it's crazy. It's like a stamp rally.
Yes, that's amazing. And it's just like, it's everywhere. That is
It has become well, it's been existing since a long time ago, but it's ever since with social media, it just got like hype up again, like this hobby.
yes.
You're surprised.
And
like,
Japan, I think that's amazing. Is Japan known? They've also got a lot of paper stores and things like that, if I'm correct. Different kinds of paper.
Yes. They have everything. Like if you go to the stationery shop in Tokyo, gosh, you're gonna go broke. It's like they have everything. It's the paper, it's different colors, they have everything. Like, oh gosh, I don't know. I would spend a few hours there, not just like you couldn't stay there like just 30 minutes. Because there's a lot of designs. A lot. It's every time I'm there, I would like go crazy. Yeah.
And so you say that they foster their creativity there. Do you find that people in general are more creative in Japan?
Well, I think everyone is a lot of people in the world, they are creative, but in Japan, I think because of the culture.
Yes.
It's the culture where they would put up free stamps right in the public space, because if that happened in my country, the stamp's gonna be gone. Like someone would just take it or it would be ruined. But in Japan, after you use it, you need to like making sure like you close the stamp pad, the cover, like making sure you put it back at the same place so that the next person would use it. So it's a different culture. Like even like if you go to the temple there, they have a box where you could put money in there. So if you go there, if you see that box, it's just full of cash. So no one's taking it. No one is taking it.
Yeah.
So if it's in my country, people would just take it.
Yeah, no, mine too. Absolutely. There would be nothing left.
Yeah. It's the culture. Yeah.
That's amazing. I think it must have been so beautiful to be there. Obviously, it's not your first trip to Japan. It sounds like you've been there a few times. But it sounds like a really special place.
Yes, it is. It's a lot of things to see. It's never enough. I'm going to go again to get more trash.
Why are you going to Japan to get trash?
That trash. Oh my God, the packaging, everything is so nice.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying, like, it seems to be, like, as you said, it's just in the culture that the way people are thinking about everyday things is just totally different to thinking around the world. It just seems like they've infused their sense of creativity in absolutely everything that they're doing, which I think is just so beautiful.
Yeah, I think they respect their work a lot.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
they will do things unexpected. Like you will not expect that. Like like when I just arrived first time, like back so many years ago, when I first arrived Japan on an airplane. So I was sitting at the window seat. So when you just arrive and you land, so you look out from your window. So I see the Japanese that were working around there. They were bowing to the plane.
Oh.
To me, I'm like, wow. Why are you bowing? I think they're like welcoming us.
Yes, exactly. Yes. Yeah.
Or maybe thank you. I don't know. So that is so wow.
Yeah.
And when like if I go to a ramen shop where they bake noodles, so like they would put chopsticks everywhere, okay, and then I'll see this box when I open it. It's a box of rubber band where you tie your hair up to eat.
Oh wow. Okay.
Oh, that's so thoughtful. I'm like, wow. So that we have long hair, maybe we need to tie our hair and eat like comfortably. So they would put things like that, like you would not expect.
Yes.
That. Yeah.
It's yeah, as you're saying, that deep respect, right? That reverence to detail. I think that's exactly what it is all those little details coming together to create something so magical.
Yeah.
Wow. My mind is blown. I'm at Japan. I have to go and see Japan.
They do a lot of things that you really did not expect. Like, I forgot what else I see. It's like just the stamp alone is just blow my mind. Like so many. They would actually not just the actual stamp. They have visual stamps as well.
Okay.
Which you can collect. So if you get to collect like all the stamps in these chalk places, then you would get a reward or something. They would do so. It's like a stamp rallies. They encourage you, like hobbies, like people like us who like to collect, and you get a reward. So there's a lot of people like us who like to collect stamps. There's even like a Facebook group for all these people. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, so it feels like they are not censoring. What's the word? They're cultivating a sense of community through all the little things that they're doing. They're bringing people together.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, even back here. So I did share my experience there about me collecting stamps. I did share some videos like when I was traveling there. So people are amazed and they all want to go there. And I too collect stamps here, but the culture is not as good as Japan. But we do have stamps here as well. So I do share my experience, my journey here, like where did I collect this stamp, where did I get this design. So I'll share it, and people would actually go there and to collect the stamp. And some of them even ask me like, is there a group for this, like for our Malaysian group who collect stamps? So it built up. Oh, I do have like from the places there, they would actually tell me like thanking me that thanks for me like exposing the place that I went. And then there's a lot of people go there just to collect stamps. It's like, oh, okay. Wow. So yeah, it's kind of like a community as well. I think they want to everyone wants to collect something like a souvenir for their
Yeah.
journal. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, there's nothing quite like, I know, I think there are different people, right? There's some people who go and they just want an experience. But I'm one of those people. If I go somewhere, I want to bring something back from there. I want to buy something physical or collect something, as you say, like if it's free stickers or stamps or postcards or, just have something to say, like, I was there, something tangible that you can have with you as a memory of being in a place or experiencing something. There's just something magical about collecting.
Yeah. So it does. Sometimes like I wouldn't know what to put on a page on my journal. So having something extra from that specific place, like a stamp, would actually like it kind of complete the whole page. Like all I just want to just do, like you just put a stamp and then you say, oh, I'm here with this person, and then maybe what are my thoughts for the day, or maybe something happened during the journey just to get the stamp. So that's how I document. It's part of documentation as well. And you add in more elements like stamps and stickers and whatever, scraps. Make it more.
It would be quite interesting to be able to go back in history and like look at the origin of stamps, because I'm just thinking like stamp is something so ingrained in us, right? You go to the bank to stamp your bank statements. You go to the post office when you're going to be posting something, they stamp it. It's just, there's something about a stamp that is quite fascinating. Like, as you say, your journal page, once it's got a stamp in, it's
different. Rewarding.
Yes, exactly.
Rewarding.
It would be,
It
would be interesting to go back and see, like, what is this thing about the stamp? That's fascinating.
Yeah, especially everything is so digitalized right now. Yeah, so it make it even more special, like nostalgic.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, that's fantastic.
I wish this culture would stay long for a long time.
Yeah, and I think it's this, as you were saying, right, that people are saying thank you for sharing because it brought new people. We've got a responsibility too, in a sense, if something's inspiring you or that you really love, to share it and to foster it and to keep moving it forward. There is a sense of responsibility there too.
Yeah, I do. I do have that responsibilities to share new ideas and new. I felt like I need to provide a service, free service to everyone. But it's nice. It's very rewarding, especially when the feedback is good. Like everyone coming back and tell me, "Oh wow, I'm actually helping them." Who knows, maybe they would actually create like a nice pitch for themselves, and maybe they're like also facing difficulties making an art page. Who knows that just to collect a stamp will actually inspire them to make something out of a page.
Yeah,
it's nice. Maybe just sharing. I don't feel like it's bad or anything. Just sharing my, like, where to get this stamp. Oh, they have this. Like, oh, go get there. Like, it's nice. It's a nice feeling to be able to help.
Yes, right. To being open to motivating and inspiring others to do something a bit different.
Yes,
or to
do something. Yeah,
do something. Okay, so in your home, you travel a lot, you collect a lot. Have you got like displays, or how do you collect your things and put them up? Have you got them on your walls, on shelves? What does that look like?
They're all in my journals, but
okay.
Should I? I do like to collect posters.
Ah,
so it creates a different vibe in this area. So this is like my art space, but I always put them in a journal. Yeah, these are the ones that are more like you can see it right here. So the small ones are in my journal, and on my social media and YouTube. I'll share that if I can.
Yes, yeah. So do you collect do you collect tangible things too, like trinkets and statues and things like that? Or are you looking for ephemera?
Yeah, ephemera. I do. There's one time when I was in this train station in London. So I just there's a lot of people like holding luggages going up the stairs and down. So I was one of them. I was just holding my luggage, pulling my luggage from the stairs. And then I saw this the flight luggage tag right on the stairs from I don't know which airline. So I pick it up and I just save it for myself. It's trash. It's trash. I just collected the trash for myself.
It's more than trash, it's treasure.
Yeah, it's nicely made. It's still nice in shape. So I was like, okay, free trash. I'll find anything that could fit in my journal. I would keep it.
Oh, I love that. And it makes it so interesting, right? Because the designs are different, the colors are different. It's just such an eclectic mix that you can bring together in your journal by having all these different things.
Yeah.
Okay, so if we want to make Jane happy, we send her a parcel of things that she can, I'm thinking like different kinds of chocolate bars and things, so you can enjoy the chocolate too, but you can have some trash that you can journal.
Yes. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, I do. I do have. Some even send like scraps. Yeah, I do have a friend that she would send a bunch of stuff from Japan, like her scraps to me. And I've used it, and because there's so much of them, and sometimes I would give out to others who journal as well. So we all share the same trash. It's nice.
I love that. It is good. It is good. It really is. I was talking to Ika a while ago, and she lives in Indonesia, and I was saying to her, like, if you think about how much people spend on research, on advertising, how branding should be colored and the lettering that should be used, and like it's a multi-billion-dollar industry, and so it's quite interesting that we refer to it as trash, right? Like a chocolate wrapper is trash, but if you go back and see how much science is put into the designing of these things, it's actually not trash.
They're art.
Yes, exactly. It is art. Like each chocolate wrapper is art. Each magazine cover is art.
Yeah, so ever since with journaling, it has taught me to even appreciate all this little trash.
Yes.
Because it's art, and it just, even if just like this page that you just put a trash, you would just complete the whole page and give so much character.
Exactly. It does.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah. I'm seeing things differently ever since with journaling. Yeah.
Yes.
It just opened like a different whole world, like in a different perspective. Yeah, you learn. Yeah, you get to learn to see different things in a different perspective. Yeah.
Okay, so you do a lot of travel journaling. When you're at home, and obviously like now we've said you're documenting your planking challenge that you're doing, is there something that you try to do every day? So whether it's not just like once I travel, I'm going to journal, is it something that you're sort of doing on your in your daily life too?
Do you mean journaling or the planking?
Yes, yeah, the journaling.
Oh, well, okay, no. I was like, yes, I'm doing planking every single day.
Yes. So do you actively think, is there a time of day where you're like, okay, let me sit down and document something that I've done today, or is it just something that you're reaching for if and when you feel like it?
I'll try to, okay, I don't call it journal, but I would update my planner every single day, because my planner, you get to see my weekly schedule. So I would need to update that like every single day. So I would I love doing it in a cafe, or because I always eat out all the time. So I would, I mean, I know that I would be busy, and sometimes I don't even have time to just to take something on a page, like just to write something. So I would do it during lunchtime, like right the moment I ordered what I want. So in between, where you are waiting for your food to be served, instead of swiping your phone, I would just go to my planner and maybe update a little bit. But you'd be surprised, because even you just use like maybe a few minutes or maybe 5 minutes, sometimes you would just look back like other pages and, oh, I've already did this. And then at the same time, maybe when you're in a cafe or somewhere, I don't know, so you see like a nice sticker from the coffee cup, and you would just peel it and you just paste it there. So all of a sudden I'm just journaling. You know what I mean? I'm just only updating my planner, but all of a sudden I'm actually like, you really don't know like how the, I don't know, I don't control the flow.
Yes, I hear what you're
Yeah.
saying. Yeah.
I just want to update my journal, like my planner. That's it.
Oh, so it's like it's a more of an organic. It's just part of your daily life. It's just gathering without even like specifically planning for it. It's just something that it's actually such a habit that you don't realize it's a habit. That's what I'm.
Yes, it's
that's
a
what I'm
habit.
coming.
It's a habit that everyone like should, maybe they can learn if they want to, because I realize a lot of them, they always say that they don't have time to journal. Well, I think it's a habit, like whether you want to keep it or not. Like, but journaling doesn't. To them, they think like it will require a long time. No, actually, you could just do it 5 minutes, just 5 minutes a day, and you'll see like. And of course, don't put so much pressure on yourself. Like you gotta make it perfect. Or, no, just have fun. Like just let it flow and see how it goes. And every 5 minutes, and after 1 week of every 5 minutes, you see how the page look like. And then if you want to touch up, you want to add more stickers on it, just do whatever you want. So it's a habit. Yeah, it's a habit.
Yes. Yeah. You know what's going to be really exciting is to be able to compare. Like, let's say you've done 2 or 3 trips to Japan over a few years, to be able to see how the packaging has changed and how the colors have changed. And even now, like, as you say, documenting, going to a coffee shop and pulling off the stickers from the coffee mugs, those things are going to change over time. And you're going to have a place where you're going to be able to go back and say, hey, look at what the what the stickers look like on coffee mugs in 2024, and look at what they look like in 2030, right? It's going to be amazing to be able to see how culture has changed over the years through this documenting.
Correct. Yeah. There's even some coffee shop, they would change their logo all the time.
Exactly.
Yeah. So it's like collecting an art. Yeah.
I'm thinking it's like a little time capsule. You are creating time capsules with each journal, which is really, that's special.
That's correct. Yeah. I think it's nice to look back after that. Like when you finish that page, wow, you'll be amazed. Like, wow, I did that. Yeah. It's nice.
Oh, I love it. Beautiful. Thank you so much for talking to me, Jane. I really have enjoyed this chat, and you've got me excited to be like, I'm going to have to get over my fear of flying, and I'm going to have to go to Japan and collect stamps.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. It's been fun to be here as well with you.